Hey guys, Josh here from the Sunshine Tribe. I just want to have a bit of a chat with you this morning about the number one challenge that I see any tour business owner facing, is the challenge that I faced as well, and that is making the leap from a man with a van or a woman with a van, a one-person show, an owner-operator, to the owner of a tour business that delivers multiple tours with multiple tour guides, multiple vehicles that they own or have access to, and to be able to deliver at scale and to deliver to promise. And I think the one thing that holds any of us back from making that leap is fear of letting go, fear of being able to deliver to promise, fear of being able to maintain the quality that you have worked so hard to build up, fear of being able to afford to employ tour guides regularly, all of these kind of things. But the reality is, unless you face that fear, then you're frankly destined to a life in business of overwhelm, burnout, frustration, wearing all the hats, not being able to do the things in your business that you love. So if you want to succeed, if you want to build a business that you're really proud of, no matter what you love doing in it, you need to overcome that fear, because you frankly need to scale and you can't do everything yourself. So most of us find that they arrive at a pivotal moment. For me, that pivotal moment arrived. I remember it vividly. It was back in 2008, a year after I started my business, and I was scrambling, I was hustling, I was working with hotels to get the flywheel spinning, doing everything I can to get some bookings. And I remember looking at my bookings diary one week, and I had 3 tour bookings in the 1 week, and I was thinking, wow, this is amazing. The phone rang shortly afterwards. It was a concierge from the Sofitel Hotel in Melbourne asking if I could run a Melbourne City Sights tour the following day. I've been in to see this concierge 3 or 4 times, and I've been begging and pleading for an opportunity. So the answer, of course, was yes. I looked in my diary. I thought, wow, this is inconvenient. I've already got a tour tomorrow. I'm double booked. What am I going to do? There's only one Josh, and there's only one vehicle that Josh owns. So in short, what I did is I enlisted a friend to help me out on that day. He'd never run a tour in his life. I had to work round the clock, to get him up to speed, to get him humming along with his commentary, understand how we did things in the business, where to park, every single little detail that came to running this tour. I got it done. I could have easily let the fear overcome me and say no, but I got it done. I sent my guide out, my friend out as a tour guide for that tour, and he nailed it. I was biting my nails all day. I was out in the Yarra Valley running a different tour, but he absolutely nailed that tour, and I breathed a massive sigh of relief. So what did I do from that point on? Well, I decided that then and there was the pivotal moment in my business. So I went out, I sourced every possible vehicle I could that would be appropriate for my business, for my tours. Every other tour operator, I talked with them about how I could possibly do a deal to access the vehicle. Any rental company that had the right sort of vehicles, anywhere in the city that I could access vehicles. So my fleet of vehicles then increased really quickly to about 4 or 5. I then went out there and I worked out how I could bring in contract tour guides, how I could, train them appropriately. I worked with other tour operators to see if there was any tour guides that they didn't have enough work for that I could possibly use from time to time. Bottom line, inside a few days, my network of tour guides also expanded by 5 or 6. So in essence, in a really short period of time, I went from a man with a van owner operator to the owner of a tour business that had the capabilities of running 5 or 6 private tours on any one day. Fast forward 10 years, and we were often running 20 individual private tours in 20 individual luxury vehicles on a given day. So we were able to scale. And, it's not going to be right the first time. Things are not always going to work out. The training process is going to be consistently improved. The training manuals that, the way that you bring people in and the way that you get them to represent you and the way that you want them to represent you, the way they deliver your tours, all of these things will continue to improve over time. You'll build systems, you'll put in place training procedures, and they will continue to improve and evolve. But when the pivotal moment arrives, the answer needs to be yes, because if it's no and you're overcome by that fear of putting yourself out there, putting your reputation on the line, putting your bank balance on the line, and all these other things, and you decide to play small and remain that owner-operator, well, you're destined for a life of underachievement and frustration. So when the pivotal moment arrives, say yes, and see yourself as that swan, serenely gliding across the surface and paddling furiously underneath. So, guys, if you're really struggling or wanting to make that move into that dream business that you've been envisaging for some time, that's my takeaway for you today. When the pivotal moment arrives, say yes and just get the job done. Cheers.